Hello, everyone. This is the um, video I promised for after my election night between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. I felt it was important to explain the states that in my previous prediction I did not have for going Kamala Harris that I made for her. So Montana, and I'm pretty sure I made Arizona red. And then let's just fill in the rest of this for the heck of it. Um, just because it's, I think, a bit easier if you see what the map looked like to explain it. Georgia, I think I explained maybe not very well, so I'll go back talk about Georgia. I don't know what I had Iowa, but I know what the electoral vote count was, so I'll fill in the rest of these states, and then it should be able to tell me what it was. And I must have had Utah red, and then one of these states blue. Okay, so I did have Iowa blue. Okay, so this was what we were at. And I made Montana and Arizona blue. Montana went blue in 1992 for Bill Clinton. In 2008, John McCain won by 2.8%. Montana has a Democratic governor and a Democratic senator, and it's starting to look likely that there's going to be a Democratic representative in the House. Now, again, Greg Gianforte could win, but it's starting to look like he could lose. Montana is more the traditional Republican, I'd say, which is why originally Greg Gianforte seemed like a good candidate. Now he doesn't to a lot of people in that state. Now I want to point out, I think it would be a lot easier to flip Montana if it was a conservative Democrat. Just looking through this list, maybe Joe Biden, but I'm thinking more like if Steve Bullock runs, which is possible, and that's their governor. So it makes it easier to flip Montana. But Montana is a state that is growing in population in mainly Gallatin County. It's growing everywhere, but Gallatin County has one of the highest growth rates. Now let me show you Montana in 2008. So this is just Wikipedia. This is Gallatin County right here, a lighter blue. Now, it is likely that in the next election, since it's growing, it's also a college county. Bozeman is their biggest town, and it happens to have Montana State University. So it's growing in the youth vote, which is a more Democratic vote. Park County next to it This is more swing county. Park County um, went blue in the governor race here. And I think it went red for Donald Trump, which happened to happen to a lot of these counties. So, but look at this margin. I think it's likely that this will flip for Donald Trump, or it will flip for whoever the Democratic candidate is. Now, I also think Republican turnout will be really low, so I think it will make it a lot easier for the Democrat to carry Montana. And Arizona. Arizona is growing in Latino population. In July, their approval rating for Donald Trump, I believe, was 42%. Now in July, Montana's approval rating was 56%. However, you have to remember that every little inappropriate comment Donald Trump makes, his approval rating goes down. So when you think about it, his approval rating in Montana is probably dropping, and it's dropping fast, which is the same all over the country, which is why I think these states are flipping. So Arizona is growing in Latino population. His approval rating is going down. You do the math, and I mean, if Kamala Harris gets the Latino population out, she gets the African American vote out. Actually, if she just gets the minorities out, period, she is going to win a lot of states that went red in 2016, including Arizona. Texas was a difficult one. I left Texas red. Now, when 2024 comes, Texas could change. Because again, it's growing in Latino population and it's growing in Austin. Austin happens to be favoring the youth vote right now. Latino population, that's pretty self-explanatory. So those two votes add up to Democrat advantage. Now again, for now, I think Texas is too strong in its rural areas. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I think Texas is too large in its rural areas to flip it in 2020. But again, it's growing, and I think it could change come 2024. So let me just recap everything I said. Montana, I think, is going to go blue because of the fact of how close it was in 2008 after a Republican was president, and the fact that Montana is growing in more, well, I say urban areas, but you look at Montana and their biggest city is 100,000 people. So, and then Arizona, it's growing in Latino population, and his approval rating is really low in Arizona. So that's why I think this electoral map is going to look this way. I've already explained the rest of these states in the earlier election prediction. So thank you for watching.